All right, hello. Welcome back, friends. Of course, it's Thursday. It's Reference Roundtable time. I'm in control this week.
You are.
I decided, in my wisdom, that we were going to kind of celebrate President's Day a little early. Of course, that's this Monday, and the library will be open for all your presidential book needs. And today's actually, if I've done my math correct, Abraham Lincoln's 217th birthday.
Wow.
He was born on February 12th, 1809. So it's actually his birthday. So happy birthday on stage.
Happy birthday. Or happy birthday.
So I thought we would celebrate with some presidential trivia. And it's not all like, who was the fifth president sort of thing. I wanted to do some fun stuff. So some of it's kind of easy. I think some of it's really hard. Like I would never got some of these right. So I'm just kind of letting you all know, don't feel bad if you're not getting 100% on that. But I think you'll all get some for sure.
Right, like
I'm
we would all, like how we all know the fifth president, right? Like that'd be easy.
Who is the fifth president? Because
I have no idea. Although I'll never forget this. One of my best friends in high school, her little brother was like 10 years younger than us. So we were like 18 and 8, and he's so smart. And I remember she pinned him down on the floor in their living room and made him recite all the presidents in order.
That's one way to learn.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. That always pops into my head when I think
Did
of
he know him?
presidents. Oh yeah, and in like chronological order.
Well, if he's out there watching, please let us know who the fifth president
Was there an
is.
Animaniacs song about it?
Probably. That sounds like something they would do. So yeah, so we're gonna
Bill
be
McKinney
doing...
says Monroe?
Probably.
Are we talking
I
about
trust his guess more.
Somebody
than
has
mine,
Google
so.
out there.
So of course I'm gonna ask
John F.
these
Kennedy?
questions. Is definitely.
What?
So I'm gonna ask these questions.
I forgot we were still talking about the fifth president.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was like wrong century.
I saw Monroe and I thought Marilyn. Happy birthday. Sorry.
Right.
We're off the rails already.
Yes, we are already.
Okay, deep breath.
Get
So
it together.
please answer along with the questions, and we're not really gonna keep score here. It's just more for fun.
I'm keeping score.
Well,
The
If
Bobby
I win.
keeps the score.
If I win.
so yeah, play along, and I guess we can just get started. And then after we have our trivia questions, we're just gonna share a couple of books that we like about presidential things. Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
I'm excited.
This first one is I'm gonna make you list 4 presidents. So, 4 presidents have been recipients of the Nobel Prize.
Oh.
Name the 4. This is a hard one.
Is this for either of us or is it ding who's first?
No, you guys just.
Oh, like
you can figure it out
collectively?
yourself if you
Okay.
want, yeah.
Obama has one.
Yes.
One?
Reagan probably has one for the Berlin Wall.
Roosevelt?
Which one?
One of them?
Oh, FDR, World War II.
That's what I thought was a safe guess.
Yeah. And
You've got 1 right out of your 3.
is there a Jimmy Carter one for the Camp
Now
David?
you've got 2 right.
So Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama.
Yes.
So no Roosevelt? FDR? Theodore Roosevelt.
You've got 3.
That is so interesting. Between the 2 Roosevelts, it was Theodore.
Yeah.
I quizzed my husband, and he also said FDR, which I thought was a solid question. So you got 1 more.
Carter?
We said him already.
Dagna said Carter, so I was just...
Yeah, you've got him. He's in the 20th century, but way before Carter.
Way before.
Way before.
Could it be Eisen?
He was the president during World War I.
Lyndon B.
Yes.
Johnson?
Got it for starting the League of Nations. This would grow up.
Because I was going to say Monroe Doctrine, but that's not the president. And I was like, who started any
So
of
it
that?
was Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter, Barack Obama.
Okay.
That
At
is
least
a
we're learning.
strange
Isn't that an
assortment.
interesting group?
Dagna had another guess of Truman, but
Not a bad guess.
No.
I don't know. When you drop an atomic bomb, it's kind of hard to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, Woodrow Wilson oversaw war too.
yeah,
Got a
you're
lot of
right.
Wilsons.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Lacey's dad's very smart.
All right, this is kind of a fun one.
glad
That
we
you
got that
probably
one.
won't know, but it's
Okay.
very fun. Who's the smallest president in both height and weight? I'm going to give you options:
I think I.
James Madison, Zachary Taylor, John Adams. Pick from those. Just a little guy.
Who was the first one?
James Madison, Zachary Taylor.
I'm gonna go with Zachary Taylor.
Me too. That's my answer.
I'm going to give them a beat to answer, then I will tell you.
Zachary Taylor sounds like a short person. 2 first names.
So the smallest president was James Madison.
Oh, interesting.
He was 5'4" and weighed about 100 pounds.
Huh.
Oh.
Bill McKinney got that one right.
I just thought that was really
That
interesting.
is-
I was like, that is like, I mean, 5'4" isn't the shortest, but I was like, he was
That's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different diets, though. Different access to
Yeah.
nutrition. Even if you're the president, they probably still weren't eating that well.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And just people just have.
Yeah, that's maybe he was a big eater, but he was just big skinny.
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie.
All right, you're all gonna get this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Name the youngest president ever elected.
I might have. Oh, John F. Kennedy.
You knew that.
I was going to say Kennedy, but then in my head, I was like, how old was Barack Obama? Older than I would have
He was
thought.
in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
I think. Like not maybe a ton, but I think he was in his 40s. But like,
And I know it was a
the
big deal
last-
that Clinton was like the first baby boomer, but he wasn't young.
How old was John?
He was 43 years and 236 days old when he took the oath of office. Another fun fact, though, he was not the youngest to ever be president. Teddy Roosevelt was 42, but he wasn't elected. He was the vice president to McKinley, and after McKinley was assassinated, he was.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I thought that was kind of fun.
2 new things that Teddy Roosevelt did.
Yeah.
All right. I think you guys are going to get this. I know our viewers are going to get this.
Okay.
They're good.
Lady Bird was the nickname of the wife of which president?
I know.
Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson.
What's his middle
Lyndon
name stand
B.
for?
Bartholomew.
This isn't a question. I just said.
Is it not? Is it
It's not.
Bernard.
I bet they'll know.
Billy Bob?
The viewers will know.
Bird Boy?
You are right,
And
though.
then
LBJ.
that was my.
So while I let
answer,
them
too.
answer the B question, because like I said, I think
We
they're
got
gonna
the LBJs in here. Middle name yet.
know. Her actual given name at birth was Claudia Alta Taylor.
Ooh.
Nobody called her Claudia, apparently. Like everybody, from when she was like real small, called her. She did not want to be called.
Douglas says
Baines?
Baines.
I was like,
Lyndon Baines Johnson.
I've
BLT,
heard that.
LBJ, Bacon.
Claudia. I like that name, Claudia.
All right. So this is another fun one. What unexpected animal Calvin Coolidge keep as a family pet?
It's 1920s, I think.
So it's not no cats, no dogs, no birds.
I'm going to guess a monkey.
That's not right, but I wouldn't be surprised if a president.
Right.
That there's been a lot of weird.
It seems like an acceptable weird animal. Maybe a bear
Calvin Coolidge.
or a bison.
Much smaller. It's pet sized.
Snake.
Mike will be happy to know it was not a snake.
Birds. Birds. Parrot.
There are no snakes in the federal government, don't worry. I'm like running out of animals.
Ferret. Guinea pig. Hamster.
A raccoon.
Oh, I would have never in a million years.
Lori got it.
Her name was Rebecca.
Oh.
She was actually sent to the White House by a Mississippian who sent her basically to be Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
And Coolidge had no desire to eat raccoon, so she became a pet. She had an embroidered collar, and she was basically allowed to just roam the White House. She apparently liked to open cabinets and unscrew light bulbs.
Okay.
Gosh, that's really cute.
How do you send someone a live raccoon? And do you do that to someone that you like or the president that you don't like? Is it like, I don't like you?
No, I think it was like a genuine,
Like, I love you. Here's a raccoon.
everyone's got to eat. Here's some meat. Like, I think there was good intentions. I don't think there was any ill will.
Interesting.
I'll have to ask the raccoon.
All right. This one I'm going to give you some options. So, only one president has served as both president and chief justice of the Supreme Court. Who was he? 3 options.
Okay.
William Taft, Grover Cleveland, Warren Harding.
Oh, no, because I want to say it's Taft.
President and chief justice.
I was gonna, I'm gonna go with Harding.
But I feel like this was something about Taft. You go with Harding, I'll go with Taft.
I like it.
He's just happy we're not talking about him getting stuck in the bathtub. It's like
has not ever been
Verified.
like verified. Not that I couldn't have. I do have like some unverified things, kind of say. I just didn't want to besmirch his.
I mean, like fat phobia. People were probably just too ready to agree.
So you are right, Michael. It is William Taft. He actually served in the Supreme Court after he was president. And from what I read, he much preferred being on the Supreme Court to being.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Lori had guessed Harding too, just for the record. So.
yeah, I remember learning about this story, and it's really interesting. I don't remember why.
So, this is the shortest presidency. Which president served only 1 month? This presidential term.
Is it McKinley?
Exactly 1 month. He was inaugurated on March 4th, died April 4th.
The guy with the heart attack. He's like,
I'll give you a hint. He's not like nobody really talks about him too anymore.
Probably why I don't know.
is he the one? Did he die and Teddy Roosevelt came in?
No.
Like 1800s times.
They all kind of blend together.
They do.
Like, unless they're like the really big ones, like
Yeah.
Reconstruction president.
I tell ya.
I can't think
Like
of
I
it.
said, don't feel bad about this. I wouldn't have done it. William Henry Harrison. Well, he did only serve 1 month, so it's not like really he could do a lot to really imprint himself. His wife was still back home packing up their house when he died. Like, she never even got to like the White House. And it kind of sounds like he did it to himself. From what I've read, he obviously gave an inauguration speech. Gave one of the longest inaugurations. Like 2 hours. It was in March in Washington, D.C. He wore no coat, no hat, no gloves, and died a month later from suspected pneumonia. So.
Yeah. Well, Lacey, your dad guessed Tyler, but your mom knew he caught pneumonia. So.
Nice.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I thought that was just really interesting. I was like, well, I bet he wished.
Wear your coats.
Yep.
All right, you're all watching, gonna get this one. I know. You guys, I don't know if you will. 50-50.
Well.
All right.
We'll see.
Like the 50 states that make up this great country.
I probably won't.
All right. Falls City Brewing Company capitalized on the political climate of 1977 and released Billy Beer. This beer was named after and heavily promoted by the brother of which U.S. president?
He also won a Nobel Peace Prize. It's Jimmy Carter.
Oh.
And I only know this because you do trivia nights with me, right? So, I do them in decades. And I remember in the 70s, I was looking for 1970s trivia. And I stumbled across this, and it's hilarious.
I've actually seen, actual cans of Billy Beer. So, they're kind of fun. I think some people kind of keep them as kind of a, souvenir.
Do you think his brother...
Times.
Do you think his brother got the Nobel Prize for Billy Beer?
I'm going to say no. But maybe Jimmy let him,
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
We did get some Carter guesses too,
So, and then I also found this out, despite being the face and basically mascot of Billy Beer, apparently Billy Carter preferred Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Interesting.
And I think Billy Beer it only lasted for about a year, so it was not. I mean, I know it was one of those things that sold a lot at first, but I don't think it brought a lot of repeat customers.
Now I want Billy Boy because like every time you say Billy Beer, I think of Billy Boy.
They're closed right now.
All right, so this is another tricky one, and I'm not actually giving you any options. I'm very mean this time around. Who is the first president to be born in the United States of America? So this is somebody born after the Revolutionary War, after the creation of the United States. So not in the colonies, but once we were the U.S. of A.
Oh, goodness.
I'll even be nice. This is not going to help you guys at all, but who's the 8th president? What the hell?
Oh.
I don't think it will. It wouldn't help me.
No.
8 feels early. Is the 8th Andrew Jackson? But he fought in the Revolutionary War, didn't he? The Battle of New Orleans. What war was that for? Or what was the Battle of New Orleans? He's not in the Civil War, but in the Revolutionary.
That's what I meant.
No, he didn't.
No, he
Okay,
didn't.
but I feel like
Andrew Jackson's
8 is around Andrew Jackson.
I'm not sure, but Camille says that the beer tasted awful.
I have that's kind of what I figured when it didn't, last very long. I was like, I'm gonna guess it was not great beer with fancy logos slapped on it.
Is Abraham Lincoln the 16th? So backwards from 16?
I think so. Wasn't he around there?
Abraham Lincoln
He
was
was
the
in the
16th.
teens, for sure.
Dogma says John Quincy Adams, which he was the second president, right?
Well, no, his dad.
John Adams was.
Quincy.
Adams was
Okay.
later.
But he didn't have Quincy Adams in the U.S. when it was the U.S. He was born in the colonies before, if he was born in the colonies at all, or did they come from Britain?
Bill McKinney says Van Buren.
Bill is right.
Oh, never in a
Martin
million years.
Van Buren. He was born in 1782 in Kinderhook, New York.
Wow.
The previous 7 presidents were actually born on this land.
Mm.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That was a good one.
And
That's really
I
nice.
also learned that Martin Van Buren also spoke Dutch as a child. His family was from there.
Oh,
Spoke English
interesting.
and Dutch. All right. Who was the only president to ever hold the position of hangman? I'll give you 3 choices. Theodore Roosevelt, James K. Polk, Grover Cleveland.
I'm going to go with Polk just because I know he was kind of a menace and not a very nice person.
That was honestly what I was going to say.
Polk, menace to society.
I just have not heard great things.
Yeah.
We'll give everybody else a chance. Join in here real quick.
Gosh.
Answer. Grover Cleveland.
Oh.
In the
Well.
1870s, he served as sheriff of Erie County, New York. And in that county, the sheriff was the hangman.
Oh,
And 2 men
interesting.
during his time were convicted of murder. He had to act.
Huh.
He has that Sesame Street name.
Yeah.
Polk. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did many awful things in your life, as history will show, but I apologize for putting that on your shoulder.
Well,
That was a random one.
yeah. I
It's
have
not
no
something.
idea.
All right. So this is one of those like rumor stories, but we treat it as. According to an oft-repeated story, this president's pet parrot had to be removed from his funeral after it began shouting profanity. This president served as general in the War of 1812 and was known as Old Hickory. He was deemed to be as tough as hickory wood.
I feel like I've heard this, but
I feel like this is one people have heard. Yeah, but
think about presidents.
it's understandable.
Old Hickory. Old Hickory, are you in here?
Not in a book about the 1900s.
1818, like Regency.
President was a general in
1812. When is this? Andrew Jackson?
I don't
Here, but
Is that your guess?
I don't
Who would have a parrot?
It was Andrew Jackson.
I thought maybe him because he's Southern, right?
The parrot was a gray parrot named Paul. And Andrew Jackson actually bought it for his wife. She died about a year after he bought the parrot for her. And
She was like, I
Paul
don't
and
want the parrot.
Jackson were like besties. And people came to visit and they described Paul as fat and saucy.
Interesting. I wonder what he was
Oh,
saying.
fat and saucy Paul. It's like the cutest thing I've ever heard about Andrew Jackson.
All right, so we're getting down there. This is my last question, but then I actually included a bonus question. For fun.
Oh,
Okay.
So this president's middle initial was S. Interesting. This S does not stand for a name. He merely had an initial. The president is famous for holding up a newspaper announcing very incorrectly that he had lost the election.
I think that it was.
Do you know? I just wanted to give Sarah.
Well, I'll give her 10 more seconds.
Nope, don't know. Oh, wait, Harry S. Truman?
There you go.
Sometimes things just pop in my head.
Yeah.
No, I did not see that, I
Pop in
swear.
her head.
Bill said Truman as well, but I swear it just popped in my head.
Yeah,
The
he
S.
was just Harry S.
S.
Truman. Apparently, his parents gave him that in honor of his grandfathers. Their names were Anderson Ship Truman and Solomon Young. So it's supposed to stand for Ship.
Oh.
That's the only presidential library I've ever been to. I've been to his. It's in Missouri.
Oh.
Cool.
All right, this last one is fun and it's kind of like a trick question. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's winning?
I am.
All right, everyone, this is a tricky one. So think about it for a minute. What is the maximum number of years that a person can serve as a U.S.
I think I have my.
If you have the right answer, I might ask you to explain.
I have an explanation for my right answer.
With citation.
My citation is the Constitution and my rights contained therein.
All right.
Okay. So
I feel like I know this too, but
I'm thinking 2 terms of elected, but you could be VP and you could have been assassinated in the first year. So you could have like 3 point whatever is in that first year plus 8. So it'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, like 11.9.
What were you thinking?
yeah, I don't know. Just Bill says 12. I was actually gonna say.
Well,
You are all wrong.
Wait, is it 16?
You want me to tell you?
Yep.
It's 10. So we all know you can serve 2 terms as president.
Mhm.
Each term is 4. So that would be 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is the 22nd Amendment is what designates the 2-term limit. It also has a clause, whatever you want to call it, in there that states that a vice president serves 2 years or less after taking over for the president is still eligible to have if they're elected to have 2 terms. If they serve more than 2 years as vice president, if they take over for the president, they're only allowed 1.
Okay.
So you can't actually serve more than 10.
Okay.
But you could serve 10 under certain circumstances.
That is interesting.
I feel like I've heard that something
So
like
they
that.
couldn't
before.
serve 3.5 years,
Right.
and then, so I just thought that was very
That
interesting.
is.
Because I was
Yeah.
just like 8. It's got to be 8.
Right, but there's always a loophole.
Yep. I'm like, wow, that's interesting that they thought about that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because was that after FDR did 3? Then they were like, hold up.
That was some kind of. Is there some other thing like with war? Like if you're in active war, I don't know. I always thought that there was some kind of way that there wouldn't be an election.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like I don't. I
And also,
probably
like,
don't know what I'm talking
the
about.
rules shift, right?
Yeah,
So who knows?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right.
Interesting.
That was my.
Cool, that was
trivia.
very interesting.
That was. I
Yeah.
felt
You all
Didn't
did,
know
you all did
most of
very
that.
good. Like I
I
said,
didn't know
they
most of
were.
it.
I made some of them very tricky. So.
you brought people back to the front of my brain who hadn't been there since I was like in
Yeah.
grade school
Martin
learning.
Van Buren, not usually a hot topic.
Mm-mm.
But like once upon a time, he was like the most powerful person in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How many
interesting.
people have lived here and been president? Not very many in
Right.
the grand
Yeah.
scheme of things.
Right.
Crazy.
Well, we can
All
talk
right.
about our books.
Sure.
All right. Well, let's start over there with
Okay.
Aaron.
Well, I had to go with crime because that's what I do. And
Presidential crime, no. There's no books on that.
well, and the most famous probably
Oh, yeah.
at some point was Watergate.
It's not a dare. It's not a challenge.
And I don't know. I feel like everybody knows a little bit about Watergate for sure, and Richard Nixon. And I chose this because one of the classes I've taken recently was a government information sources, and you can actually listen to all of the Watergate tapes online, which I think is
that's
really
so cool.
So that's kind of why I picked it too, just because, and you can read the transcripts and yeah. They so you can find them. A trick way to find like direct government information is if you go on Google and you use site:/.gov, and then it will limit your search results to only government websites. So you're getting the official. So the National Archives and Records Administration, so NARA, their website has the official records and audio clips. Also, the Richard Nixon Presidential Library. And the archives on there are searchable. So if there's like a certain phrase you're looking for, or like a certain voice, you can do that. It's so cool. And then the Miller Center of Public Affairs also has clear transcripts with context. So it explains them. So you can dig in deep on the Nixon tapes, which I think is super cool. There's a couple fun facts about them, that there is an 18.5-minute gap on one of the recordings, and it's there's no explanation for why there's like an erasure, so no one knows what was said there or what happened. It was never recovered. Yeah. They say that Nixon's voice on the tapes uses his private tone, which is often anxious, suspicious, and profane, which shocked many Americans when released. And the Smoking Gun is the tape from June 23rd, 1972, and they captured Nixon discussing how to use the CIA to pressure the FBI to limit its investigation. So it confirmed the cover-up. So if you go on there and listen to tidbits and recordings, and then you want to know more.
I love that they've made that, so cool.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah, it's very interesting what you can find on the government websites. And then the book we have here at the library, this is Watergate, A New History. So it's probably the most recently published. Looks like we got it in 2022, and it's by Garrett M. Graff. He also wrote The Only Plane in the Sky about 9/11. So he's a very well-researched author, and there's more than enough information in there about Watergate as well. So.
Cool.
All right.
So, like, you can go see the tapes at his presidential library website.
Yep.
It's so interesting.
Yep.
Imagine, like, you have to, like archive your mistakes. Like,
yeah.
like...
Most of the presidential websites have, like, all of their papers.
It's part of history.
Yeah.
For better or worse for him.
Public, majority of it is all public information.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I think it's, like...
It's very cool.
Yeah, that is very cool. Did you want me to go first or next? So you were saying, in the grand scheme of things, there haven't been that many people who have been the U.S. president, right? Well, in that number, there have been no women. And like, when I was picking this book out, I remembered that women have only been allowed to vote in this country for just over 100 years. And every time I remember that, it sends like a chill down my spine, because that is like one of the most disturbing, creepy things to me, to think that like y'all would not have been able to vote 100 and so years ago. Like, that's really, I don't know, a dark mark on like the legacy of the presidential office, I think. Because I'm always like, what would the presidents have looked like if women could have voted earlier? Like, what impact would that have had? So it is hard to say. And it's hard to say, like, we don't know what it will look like when we do have a woman president, but we do kind of maybe have an idea because of Edith Wilson. So she is the subject of the book I brought. as Reference Roundtable's token man, I thought I would bring some first ladies, women's history in here. She's actually Wilson's second wife, I believe. Oh, sorry. It's called Untold Power. Untold Power, The Fascinating Rise and Complex Legacy of First Lady Edith Wilson, by Rebecca Boggs Roberts. And I believe, yeah. So Woodrow Wilson was like besotted with her, like madly in love with her. And he fell ill while he was in office, and he was incapacitated. He was kept off public view because people were really trying to like kind of like keep it hidden just how deteriorated his condition was. And so Edith, the first lady, stepped in and fulfilled a lot of presidential duties. She would even literally hold his hand to sign documents. And she also controlled who could meet with the president, what they could say to him. She was sort of like, even just beyond a gatekeeper, sort of acting as de facto president. And so that's what this book is about, Untold Power. It came out in 2023, so it's still pretty new. And so, yeah, while this nation has yet to elect its first woman president, just over a century ago, a woman became the nation's first acting president. And it's so fascinating how they pulled this off. It almost has like the vibe of like a Weekend at Bernie's story. I would just have like loved to know Edith Wilson, I think, because she really had to call a lot of bluffs and have just a backbone of steel to do what she did. And she kind of makes me excited for the day when we do have a woman president, because I think her story is so indicative of like the knowledge that somebody from a different walk of life could bring to that kind of position. So I really do recommend this one. It's Untold Power. And I know we had a few questions about Woodrow Wilson. Is he the president that emancipated women? Like was he the 19th Amendment?
He might have been. I don't remember.
I should have looked that up.
I know he was right
beforehand.
around then, but I don't want to speak out of turn.
Right. You'll have
Want
to read the
anybody
book.
bad info.
And I
Sounds really
believe,
interesting.
I don't know, because I know Woodrow Wilson was head over heels for her. Like you couldn't tell him a bad thing about Edith. And I believe she was his second wife. Why do I not know that when I brought this book about her? I feel like it was a huge part of this book, because that was another thing that she had to go through, of like being the second wife of a president. That was a whole like controversy. Like, does the president need to be married? Like, can we have a single man be the president? And a lot of people were like, no, he needs to have a wife. It needs to be a couple. So
Do you want me to talk about mine?
yeah,
while
talk about
you-
yours, and I'll page through
It
here.
says he was president when the amendment passed. The
Okay.
White House was picketed by women until he agreed.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Well, my pick is going to surprise nobody. I brought Destiny of the Republic by Candace Millard. I feel like a lot of people have probably already read this,
Mhm.
but I will get on my soapbox for this every day, any day. The subtitle is A Tale of Madness, Medicine, and the Murder of a President. I don't think I'm giving a whole lot away. It's a true story. So it's all about James Garfield. And he was president. He was shot by a pretty unhinged fella. And I think he got shot twice, like one in the arm and one in the back. And I mean, they were very terrible wounds, but very survivable. But the care that he was put under was negligent at best. I mean, of course, this was over 100 years ago. They did not have, the crazy, wonderful technology we have in our medicine nowadays. But this was like 15 or 20 years after Joseph Lister in the UK had like discovered like, hey, sterilizing our stuff is a really good idea. We should keep things clean. All of the doctors that attended him thought that was quackery. They were like, that's garbage. I've been a doctor for 30 years. We don't need
No.
that. So he had like a dozen doctors like poking in his bullet holes with unwashed hands. Like,
Ew.
Oh my God.
he died. I think it was like about a month later after being shot, and he like probably shouldn't have died at all. Like, again, I'm not saying they weren't
Yeah.
great wounds, but like he died of basically medical malpractice.
Wow.
Okay.
And there's just a lot. There's other stuff in here, you know, about his like life and like how the interesting way he became president. So it's not just that, but
Yes.
you really like when you read this want to like throw the book because you're just
Like,
even as like lay people now, we like no, you do not do that.
no.
Goodness.
So it's a really great book. It reads really fast. You know, even if you're not a big like nonfiction reader or you're not like presidency, it's still a really like engaging.
You made me want to read it. I've seen this book over and over, and now I want.
It's a really good story.
And you gave me enough time to confirm that yes, I was correct. So I think it was Ellen was the first wife of Woodrow Wilson, and she passed away. And so I was paging through here, and I was smiling because I was remembering. It's so fun to read. Their like courtship is so weird. It has so many people strategically making sure they line up at the same place, that they meet each other at the same mood, and that everything goes according to plan. So if you like a Bridgerton kind of story where people are pulling the strings behind the scenes of a romance, this is such a true life version of that. You'll be very charmed by it. It's almost like a comedy of like manners, and
Cool.
and it's a good love story for this time of year. Actually, I would say if you're looking for something like it's sweet. So yeah, and
that's
I'm thinking about like all three of these, right? Can you imagine if they treated a president in like the healthcare that way? Like if the president was a doctor and they started doing that today, can you imagine that?
well, they
Well,
just
no.
wouldn't. I mean, like,
And then I'm also looking at,
I don't think they treat anyone like that, yeah.
and we've had
Hopefully.
we've had several presidents since Wilson who were either like widowed or we've had divorced president. Have we had a divorced president?
Oh,
We've had presidents married to
Well,
partners
yeah.
who were married before.
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if this would be as like it's so interesting to read this and think like, would they go through all of this today to like set the president up on blind dates? I don't know.
No,
It's weird. It's yeah.
it's interesting.
It's not even that long ago. And then with Watergate, it's almost like they did all that with tape. Imagine what you could do today. That's what I always think, like as far as technologies come.
Oh, there's a lot more to cover it up with too.
We yeah, right? So who knows what stories will be down the line, like the future librarians.
We're getting Reagan was divorced.
Okay.
and Trump.
Oh,
I
yes,
knew.
yes.
Right.
Jane
Duh.
Wyman.
Yeah.
Jane
Yes.
Wyman.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Cool.
thank you all for tuning in
Yeah.
and watching. And hopefully, I definitely learned a lot making.
Thanks,
this.
Yeah,
Lacey, that
thank
was
you,
really
Lacey. That
fun.
was cool. I felt like I got
Now,
like a little AP US history.
you can all share fun trivia facts at your President's Day dinner that everyone has. on
Oh,
President's Day.
I mean, that's where we're all going, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, of course, we'll be back next week with something else. I'm not sure. It's still February, so maybe we'll find another something
No.
to celebrate or talk about.
Yeah,
Or
for sure.
We will
we'll
not
find some books.
serve raccoon at our
There
President's
will
Day
be
dinner.
no-
We will let the raccoon live.
So thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.